You see a woman who is married, all her friends are divorcees. There's a problem.
Okay.
Now, she should concentrate on ensuring that the husband, pays the bride price.
But that is not the issue now. It is the payment of the bride price.
First of all, the man has a problem financially.
Now here's a story about a young lady who's been in the marriage for about, give or take, less than 10 years, basically. Now, she has 2 daughters currently. And the period of 5 years after the second child was born, the second daughter was born, she's not been able to conceive in this period of 5 years. And she's been concerned, all right? Now, very recently, the husband's ex, who happened to be a family friend, put to bed, and she went as far as congratulating the lady, all right, on Facebook. She said she went on Facebook to congratulate the lady. Oh, welcome, baby, and all that, and exchanged pleasantries. That was not even the major problem. She felt okay, everything was going well, fine with her family. The ex just had the baby, and that's all. Not until last week, when the husband came home tipsy, apparently went out with some friends and drank too much and came back home semi-drunk. So he just passed out when he got into the bedroom, just passed out on the bed. Immediately he did that, immediately he passed out, his phone kept on ringing incessantly. So she out of curiosity had to pick up the call, and it was a lady's voice. So she quickly cut the call and dropped the phone because she didn't want to get into any kind of conversation with any woman or pry into her husband's business or get into any kind of problem with the husband. But immediately before she dropped the phone, an SMS came in almost same time she was dropping the call, saying, please check your WhatsApp, it's urgent. As every curious human being would do, whether you're a wife or a husband or a friend or a relative, she immediately opened the husband's phone, turned on the data, and opened the husband's WhatsApp. And behold, the message she saw from this particular number that happened to be the number of the husband's ex-girlfriend, who happened to also be a friend of the family, read as follows: honey, our baby is sick and urgently needs to be taken to the hospital. Kindly send me money for drugs and ensure you come see us first thing tomorrow morning so we could also discuss our baby's forthcoming dedication. She was blown away, of course, like every woman would. She was blown away, and out of curiosity, she started thinking, could this lady be for real? So she immediately ran to Facebook, to the ex-girlfriend's page on Facebook, and thoroughly looked at the newborn baby and could find several similarities, several resemblances with her husband. And she confirmed, oh, really? So my husband is the father of this child, who happened to be a boy. Okay, who happened to be a boy. So now she's curious. She's at a crossroad. She's thinking, should she have woken up her husband immediately and confronted him right on the spot, or she should approach the ex-girlfriend on why they were having a relationship in the first place. Now, another concern of hers is that her husband is yet to pay her bride price. All right, and she has been saving money with the husband from her own earnings to help the husband speed up that process. Now, so you see that there are a lot of clauses involved in this whole scenario here. Now, but it's up to you now to give her what you think is the best approach to take in such a situation. Please do that in the comment section. Let us know what you think and how you think she can best solve this problem and come out of it without so many complications. I'll be right back. Welcome back. My name is Valentine Agogo, and this is Share with Noble. And on set with me, on my right, is Comrade Augustino Milo. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, and on my left is Victoria Chukura. You're welcome, ma.
Thank you.
Okay, so you heard my opening story. So let me start with the lady in the house. What do you think she should do in this case?
As far as I'm concerned, and in the course of this program, I want to say that she should look at what is paramount to her in this matter. And from all indication, the payment of that bride price is very, very paramount to her. So that is where she should lay her focus. She should not bother to go and look for the woman. It's not necessary, because she may end up incurring the wrath of the man, and the man may end up marrying that other lady. You know, it's always the case. Like when a woman just goes out of her marriage to go and confront a side chick or whatever, before you know it, the man will say, okay, because you did this, I'm going to marry that person, will be your mate. But in this one now, she has not, the man has not paid her bride price. So she should try her best, every possible best, to ensure that the man pays her bride price. She should not confront the girl. She should not bother about the baby yet. She should just go straight to where she left off with the man.
And act like nothing happened.
Yes. Act like nothing happened, because if she brings up that matter now, it will not be an excuse for the man to say, okay, you're starting nosing into my, you know, there will be this kind of distraction from where they were coming from. So for her not to like starting all our engagement with the man concerning this bride price matter, since they have started it and they are almost seeing it through, she should continue. She should face the payment of the bride price.
And that really act like nothing happened.
Yes, for now.
Please, do you totally agree with that, or maybe you have a different perspective to this?
Yes, first of all, let me say that that lady has behaved in the most responsible manner. Because you went into a relationship with a man for the first time, you gave back to a child. Nothing has been done to intimate himself with your family. The second one you did. And now for 5 years you are waiting for another one, and the man went somewhere to get something. And you have been watching. So for me, she has behaved irresponsibly. But notwithstanding, because the blame now is not the matter of for the moment now. Now she's at the crossroad whether to confront the man now, the woman, the ex-husband and all that.
Who's a friend of the family.
Yes, just like Victoria said, that woman has nothing to do with their marriage because it's not her business.
Okay.
Now she should concentrate on ensuring that the husband, pays the bride price. But again, that depends on where she's coming from, because in Africa and some places like Nigeria and all that, the man must pay bride price. But if you go to India and other places, it's the woman that pays bride price. So the bride price matter does not even come into play. Yes. But the important thing is that you have somebody who is responsible for the you're having children, the father of your children. So if you don't manage the situation very well now, you may see somebody now who will be walking out of that relationship and leaving you with the children now for you to cater for alone. So the first thing to do now is how to ensure that the man is brought back to where they were before. That is the relationship to be harmonized. If it's harmonized now and it's confirmed that this man is your husband, whether you are the one to pay the bride price now or the man is the one to pay the bride price, but let there be that harmony.
There must be an agreement.
There must be an agreement, yes,
of the union.
Yes, if it's agreement, you have to write. If it's a marriage, you have to do. If it's
marriage,
whatever it is that you have to do, you do it. And when you now discover that the man is not forthcoming in doing that, then you must be sensing maybe danger, because maybe the man has already made up his mind to run away from the marriage. In that case, you must do something very extraordinary. And what kind of thing is that? Maybe you go to welfare. If you are from such areas where welfare can intervene and all that, and if you are from areas where the church can intervene, discover where the woman worships as a person, because the woman was calling your husband to tell him that they should be preparing for the child dedication. Go to that church if you know it and intimate the pastor of what is about to happen. This woman is an interloper. She came into my marriage, and now for this, and they have a child now, and very soon they are coming to your church to do child dedication. How do you see it, sir? And the pastor says, wow, is that so? Do you want me to? So you take it up to that front. So in that case, the husband will be so roped in some issues now that he may want to come back to you to reconcile whatever is happening before he can go further to cement whatever marriage arrangement he must be having with the other woman.
Okay, so she faces the problem head on.
Yes.
So let me come back to you, Victoria Chukwura. Now, in the course of her story, she said the ex is a friend of the family. How do you see that relationship?
Yeah, it's always the ex, or it's always the somebody that is close that will be a problem, you know. But she gave them room because I don't know now whether she met the man. She met these two people before she started having children for her husband. So if that be the case, it means this friendship has been on for a very long time. I'm sure maybe if you ask the man will say, I even met this lady before the wife. But that is not the issue now. It is the payment of the bride price.
No, apart from the payment of the bride price, I'm talking about generally men still having ex-girlfriends as friends. And now this one was now a friend of the family. How comfortable are you with that environment, whether the bride price is paid or not?
No, it's not even good. It's not good for a man to, after settling with somebody in the house, you still bring your ex. You see, there's nothing wrong with associating with your ex, but bringing that ex to the house, you're also indirectly giving the ex a sense of okay, you are still mine. You still belong to me. They're exposing the woman at home to danger. You know, because as they come closer, they are beginning to see many things. They're beginning to see secrets. They're beginning to hear things about you. They're beginning to know things even. Because in the course of coming and playing and all, the one in the house may begin to, because of the way the man brought the ex to the house, you know, for peace sake, the woman in the house will start relating and playing with the ex, thinking that what she's thinking is what the ex is thinking. Meanwhile, the reverse is the case.
So now it's easier for women to just cope with their husband's ex. Yes. How about the other way around?
No, it's not. In Africa, it's not acceptable. You cannot bring your ex to the. In short, you dare not even mention it that you have an ex and not only having an ex, bringing the ex to and for what? In Africa, it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable.
Comrade, you know, I like the approach that you took initially. You said she should address the issues head on. Yeah. So now, if she takes that approach, are you asking her to live with whatever the consequences would be? Because now it's a 50-50 scenario. Yeah. All right. Now, whether it's in Africa or in the Western world, irrespective of bride price, now addressing the issue of the security of her children and the possibility of winning her husband back fully by making sure that she's not quiet and diplomatic about it. If I get you right, I believe that's the approach you're suggesting. Yeah. Now, what are the consequences that could arise from this, and how would you advise her to deal with them in case they arise as a result of the approach of going to the pastor of the church pastor where they're about to do the dedication, confronting the lady for the betrayal, confronting the husband to take responsibility and give her better guarantee and assurance in the relationship they currently share, which supposedly it's supposed to be something serious, all right, and so on.
First of all, the man has a problem financially. That is why he's not able to, as a man, pay bride price. And the woman has been contributing towards, making that project a reality.
Yes.
Now, if the man insists on what he has made up his mind to do, that is to marry another woman and walk away from that relationship.
Yeah, he didn't say that though.
Yeah, no, he didn't say that though.
Yeah. So okay, that's a possibility.
Yes, possibility. So if this one has made taking the actions I enumerated earlier,
and this happens to be the result.
And this happens to be the result.
Okay.
Then the woman does not have anything to fear, because that man doesn't have what it takes to be a man, quote and unquote, in terms of finance now. So if he abandons the relationship, the woman should convert the money she was saving for marriage to that which she should use to pay school fees for the children, at least from that initial stage, and watch the man go to the other woman, transferring liability to the woman, because the woman herself doesn't have what she has. The woman does not, the woman doesn't have money. She's asking the man to bring money for medication. She's asking the man to also prepare for dedication. That is an indication that she cannot do it alone. But meanwhile, there are some things that this woman at home can do. Yes. So if the man does not agree, after you may have done all those scandalous approaches, telling the pastor, telling welfare and all that, and the man still insists that he wants to bear the consequences, leave him and face your children. I can bet you that after some time, the man will come back and praise his food, because that thing is actually looking out for the ex. You know, she'll come back and discover that it's better at home. But meanwhile, this issue of ex, you know, if we say it on air here now, I don't know how some people may feel.
Okay, go ahead. Please.
Yes, you see a woman who is married and all her friends are singles, you have a problem. You see a woman who is married, all her friends are divorcees, there's a problem.
Okay.
You see a man who is married, all her friends are boys that there's a problem. You must, anytime you leave one particular stage of your life to another, you must change the relationship between you and the people you are leaving behind. It's not as if you are going to condemn them all. They are not bad. But if you associate with them, some of them will be giving you some ideas that may not work with your new level of association. Yes. So that is how it works. So this woman has the man himself entangled himself with any kind of a past relationship that has pulled him down now from where he's supposed to be. So it's danger, and people should be wary of that.
One final question I want to bring to you, Victoria Chukura. Would you say now that the reason why you want her to take that diplomatic approach that you're suggesting is as a result of the possible, quote and unquote, scarcity of man, that she should now endure and go through whatever the man is going to throw at her, and all the possible consequences that may arise if she reacts the other way? Because now you're saying she should systematically just get him to pay the bride price.
Yes.
Now that level of diplomacy requires a lot, because the man, in the process of acting like nothing happened, she still has to cater for the man's needs. Besides the financial needs she's also meeting in the house, she has to take care of him, cook and other things, even give him sex. Just imagine faking having pleasure in sex while you are angry with this very man because you want to pamper him into marrying you as a goal. So don't you think that is part of the problems that some people might be facing in overestimating the position of a man in a relationship? Would I stand to be corrected by you if you think it's
no, I don't think
a little bit too extreme?
I don't think so, because men are not actually scarce as people they think or perceive it. Men are not scarce. It depends on you, or where you go to, what you want, and how you want your marriage or your life to be in the future. Men are there, the women are there. So it depends on the choice. So what is on ground now is that the woman should ask herself, like I said before, what do you actually want? Now she has children. These children are girls. Do you want what you suffer? Do you want your girls to suffer what you suffer? What kind of a mother are you? What are you telling the girls? Because they will still be women someday. That's it. You need security. She needs security for these girls.
And that's the husband.
That's the husband. No, she needs security. That's payment of this bride price. So give the children a sense of belonging. Because even going, like Mr. Omilo said, going to church, going to do this, is all tasking. There's no step that she takes that is not tasking, whether emotionally, financially, and otherwise. If she goes to police, it's tasking. If she goes to welfare, it's tasking. If she goes to church, it's tasking. So the whole step of getting the man to do what she wants, they are all tasking. It depends on what she wants. If she wants me, I still stand where I stand. That this way because of the children, because now she's not living for herself alone again. She's living for these girls. Yes, that's the.
All right, it's fine. So it's up to you right out there now to help her speed up a decision-making process by letting us know what you think. My panelists here has done their job in dissecting the issue as best as they could. All right, now it's up to you to also help her out in this decision-making process. Let's know what you think from probably your own experience or an experience of someone close to you, a friend or a relative. All right, so she can also learn from that experience. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and most importantly, do click on the notification button to get similar prompt updates on Share with Noble.